meaning that out of no knowledge in the head. All right. Okay. You must have the aim. What would be the evidence or the documentary evidence that you are going to collect? All right, high quality IP are vital. What is high quality? That is high quality. You learn what is the element, you put it in the IO duty to go and search for the evidence. That is a high quality investigation report. Yeah, all right, okay, paper. All right, case investigation are carried out via the management team-based investigation. Dekat sini team-based, kita nampak in the Korean movie, in the English movie, there's always a team. Very rare people are working alone. Even in the movie of, I don't know about you, but I've seen this movie called Jack Reacher. All right, you know, Tom
Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. Even Tom Cruise, who works solo, most of the time he will have an assistant, isn't it? Assistant to ad hoc lah, not all the time, ataupun partners, right? Nobody works alone in investigation. Yes, dear. Anyone want to add into the excitement of the class? All right, okay. Kalau tak ada, let me just continue. All right, then I say here, the evidence should meet at least 90% of the requirements or the element in the selection or legislation related. Ini baru nak prepare IP saja. Alright, investigation paper you. Alright, when you want to prepare that, then when you hand over to the prosecutor in the AG chambers, you will not be disappointed. You'll be very happy when the SPRM enforcement officer do all that. Apa dia? You must meet at least 90% of the requirements. 90% of the requirements itu apa? Element in the section of the legislation that you have already. Sebab tu you can never start. The best way to run an investigation. Dulu saya pernah buat training when I was a law student in the police department, Dang Wangi. The police Dang Wangi center tu pun dah tak ada. Alright, when I was there, I wanted to be a police officer long time ago. Alright. Okay, they took me, and I can hear some people are so knowledgeable with the law that they know how to look for the evidence, how to prepare so the evidence, so that the evidence will be supporting the element in the section. Jadi even when I was just only a trainee down there, I'm not even a trainee, I'm just a person interested. All right, RTM long time ago. All right, wanted me to be a reporter for the water beater. I've done that too. So, you know, in so many things in my head then, all right, I've listened to them and I realized that none of the investigation, if everybody works together, all right, is done out of spur of a moment. Tak pernah. All right, tak ada. All right, okay, and the next one is, all right, once you have done that, you refer the matter, you refer your IP paper to AG chambers for further action. This situation, AG chambers in Malaysia, all right, the Attorney General chambers in Malaysia, that is the ruling. They are the only one who will be able to charge. Tapi because the power, some have already moved to the SPRM, SPRM do the investigation, all right, the suggestion will go to the AG chambers. All right, AG chambers will not hear the suggestion, but will look into the evidence, and then they will then post the charge against the person who is being investigated or the suspect. All right. Okay, now remember, the next one is DPP will decide based on the facts of the case whether or not to pursue a charge. Bila saya kata based on the facts of the case, right, dekat sini ada dua jenis facts. That is facts of ordinary circumstances, and the other one is facts of law. Dekat sini, walaupun perkataan dia facts, it is the facts of law. What is facts of law? It is the element of the section. All right. The investigation is run by police, but AG will be the one that decided whether to charge. These are the background. Okay, apa kita tengah buat sekarang? We are looking into the role of each one of the parties that is involved in the criminal justice system in order to, alright, prosecute or arrest a criminal. Alright, sama sistem dia. Either it is criminal, financial criminal ke, cyber ke, ataupun computer crime. This is the procedure. The next one we're looking into is the public prosecutor. The public prosecutor, all right, when they get the paper, they will then look into it and they will not, all right, kenapa saya tulis kat situ, they will decide to charge or not without fear or favor. All right, kita cakap senang kan? All right, okay, now the fear of the public, the accusation of the public is always that the DPP tu dirasuah, the DPP tu is being underspent. Anyone wants to ask question? Tak ada. Alright, okay, nampak tu? DPP decide to charge or not without fear or favor. Sometimes, alright, one of my daughter-in-law, she was in the PP, alright, she was working with the case of drugs and rape cases, really heavy core crime. She is the DPP. Usually when it comes to the drug cases, they would want to corrupt her, pay money so that she drop the charge, all right, or not go into the prosecution, all right. But the fear is always from the family of the person who is charged with rape. All right, they will always say that my daughter-in-law, all right, she's not a brave girl. After 7 years, well, she's just an ordinary girl, all right. Okay, after 7 years dealing with, all right, in the High Court with rape, always constant fear that they will always threaten her, or when she gives birth to a daughter, threaten that, all right, the family threaten her, the family of the rapist. They are really mean people, all right? But usually when it comes to drug, they will offer money. Of course, all right? She said to me, after 7 years, I just want to be a mother, all right? Okay, she took a diploma in education and then she's now a teacher. We feel safe for her and she feels safe herself, all right? That is what it means by fear or favor. Very rare you will see DPP are involved, all right, in corruption. One or two, you heard a video, you've seen a video of the magistrate who take bribes, all right, but very rare you see DPP, all right. Long time ago, we had one death in the DPP who was in the bank DPP who was in charge with CIMB, and he got himself killed in Hong Kong. All right, okay, that is sometimes when you the risk of being a person who are involved with the charge, right? Sometimes the investigator as well. Okay, investigator as well, they are sometimes threatened with the fear or corrupted with a favor. Yes, Ahmad, you want to ask questions?
Maybe we can relate to Kevin Moraes' case.
Yeah, you are correct. That is in a criminal situation, involve corruption, isn't it? Poor guy. He was such a good boss too. All right, one of my daughter-in-law, as I said to you, in my family, everybody is a law except one, kan? All right, in-law except my son. This is I'm living with now in his house. He's the only engineer. Yeah, all right. He's such a good boss. All right, he got killed. Why? Because he was investigating, he was double investigating. He is the DPP, all right, he was given a paper, the paper was very good, but there are certain other things that he needs to clarify, and in his search for further, all right, he got himself killed, all right, okay. Now, so sometimes we have at the back of our head that nobody is doing good. But actually in Malaysia is one of the country when they do an investigation. Well, anyway, the good one, the 90% of the good one, nobody sees, but the 0.09% of the bad, that's the one that we are highlighting, isn't it? Right? So yeah, that much I can say. Okay, so sometimes DPP, when they are running their job, they just want to make sure that the IP paper handed over have no loopholes, meaning that it's a perfect evidence, right? Is a perfect paper that is easy to prosecute in court. It's clear cut. Once they open up and then give their debate in court, all right, the other party have no way but to accept the evidence. Nobody contested it. Contested it in the sense that sometimes they always contest. All right, that is why the procedure today very important. In the procedure, how you acquire evidence. DPP, good DPP always leave their desk. All right, they will always go on the ground to make sure the collection of evidence, the collection, the interview are good. All right, yang itu yang will put them in risk. Right? Okay, it's not their job actually. Right? They only have to tell the investigator, all right, the team, to go back and secure certain things. But sometimes telling people to look for it, it's good, it's clear, but sometimes it's also very difficult. Yes, Hamzah, you want to add something? Tak ada.
No, it's okay.
Okay, you just got in. All right. Okay, right. Kat situ dia, you have to be very careful. Now, at the end of the day, being in the forensic, all right, being in the forensic investigation, especially when dealing with money, people would kill others, right, just to, apa dia, actively disclosed, just so that, all right, nobody will know. Ni dekat mana elemen tu? Actively taking an active step to disclose, to hide, to apa? To dispose of. Dekat mana? Dekat CBT, criminal breach of trust. Alright, berlaku banyak kali. Alright, okay, and that's why CBT is criminal. Alright, breach of trust. Okay, right? Ataupun in another word kita panggil dia apa? Fraud. Alright, so you see there's danger in the job. Alright, now when we talk about that, there is also the accused. The accused, before he was charged, he was called the suspect. But the moment he was charged, he is called the accused. When he was a suspect, all right, some people who are rich enough will be able to, all right, get the police to stop the questioning and, all right, by bringing the lawyer to come in. Some people who doesn't know how to use the lawyer, but the lawyer will always be called after they were charged. Lawyer ni selalunya siapa? The accused will. All right, the victim tak payah. The victim will always go in with the prosecutor from the government. That's the AG chambers. All right. Okay, jadi you also have the rights. Remember, Constitution says that, all right, everybody rights is protected by the law. So if one person accused you, before that one comes to the final, you will be able to hire a lawyer to defend you from the accusation. So the lawyer comes in the corruption trial. The lawyer are always very clever. Look at the case of Anwar Musa Anwar. Correct me, siapa? Anwar Musa. That's the ketua of Sabah. Anyone?
Sir Aman.
Sorry. Oh my God, why am I interested in Anwar? All right, Musa Aman. Thank you so much. All right, ada hari tu kepala I ada macam-macam ingat. All right, okay, so in the case, remember the lawyer, the same face, small boy, all right, okay, small in size, but very clever in the brain. All right, he has been a lawyer for many corruption cases. Perhatikan. Tapi newspaper never write up. A reporter always kejar the person, the culprit who commits the corruption. All right, tapi they never focus to this guy. All right, okay, just have a look in the newspaper. He is always there. All right, he probably have a lot of experience in corruption. Now, dalam corruption pula, it is a white-collar crimes, meaning these people are with money to hire the best lawyer, to hire a good lawyer, all right, to hire an experienced lawyer. It's always with them, and they have the influence of this lawyer. This lawyer is not so much because because that they are very good when they were a student in the student days, no, but because of their experience with the law. They know where the weakness of the law. Remember, the law that you charge with, if you are charged with penal code, that's the worst in corruption. All right. Tapi if you are charged with anti-corruption, you charged bawah security, banking, central bank, or SPRM, MACC, MYCC, apa lagi ada, AMLAD, those are charges that is not as, all right, heavy in the element to be proven or serious in the case of penal code. Jadi in that other act too, it's always to supplement, to meet the objective. Sometimes, all right, there are loopholes in those acts. Being a lawyer who knows the loopholes of the act and against the loophole of the act against the practice or against your constitution rights, that is always the situation where the corruption cases get to be free. All right, okay. Ada dua lagi, satu lagi. Lawyers also are very very vigilant. All right, okay. When they look at charges, sometimes if you repeatedly charge a person, all right, on the same section for 14 count, right, ataupun for 48 count on the same section, that is the weakness. Right, jadi kalau dia oppose using, all right, defense materials or some defense argument on just one, the rest that follow the same section always been killed. Pasal sectionnya sama. All right, okay. Sebab tu it is best when you charge, you don't charge the same offense with the same section in the same act. Right, okay. Now kenapa? Because one act, right, we are going to give trouble to the lawyers to find defense. Satu akta AMLATFA, for example, satu akta from the bank, central bank, from a penal code, all right, variety like this, all right, sure one of it will caught the person guilty. Because when you are gathering that information, right, in your investigation, isn't that what you do? You are trying to match your evidence with the element. All right, okay. Sebab tu the PP pula will look further. You are thinking about investigating in penal code, but he is thinking of charging in the SPRM Akta ataupun MACC, that's the Corruption Act. All right, okay. In that situation, you got two situations. All right, maybe one charge is good, or maybe two charges will be good. All right, can one person be charged with so many charges? All right, very rare. Okay, the element will be the same. Selalu saya bawa example ni, tapi this is not financial crime. Dalam rape, there is only one act of rape. Jadi kalau you commit one act of rape, all right, the charge, the element to prove is sama. Semua dalam 148 kali rape that you have done on that one person or many person. All right, the only difference is the victim is different, the time is different, the location is different, but the act is the same. Jadi proving one situation of act is the same like any other. That is rape. All right, but in corruption it's not, isn't it? In corruption it is not. That's right. All right, but then again, all right, it's up to the PP to do that. In their effort to do that, sometimes they put themselves at risk. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now. And the best part about criminal is there is nowadays a case management. All right, so you share everything with the prosecutor, the PP, so then you know in what situation the trial going to, in what situation the trial is going to lead you. All right, okay, that's lawyer do. They always prepare the defense, they always prepare the counterclaim. All right, okay, they sometimes make an excuses. Yang ini you kena sabar. Lawyer sometimes they make excuses by saying that, all right, they ask for postponement, they ask for delay. Tapi lawyer also are not free from contempt of court if they do it too often. All right. Okay. This may result in the witness become uncooperative. It is a question of ethics when lawyer delay cases. But at the same time, lawyer, if they delay too much, there are bad intention. They can be sued with contempt of court by the court. Yeah. All right. Okay. Next one, we come to the duty of the court. Bila kita kata dalam duty of the court, there is the most important person called the judge. The court will be the one that adjudicating the case. Even here, the appeal. All right, or the appeal can be the appeal from the charge or the they can hear the appeal from the charge or the appeal from the sentence. All right, let's look into the judges. This is the most secure person. Right, in Malaysia, the best job is to become a judge or to be a prime minister. One of my son who is a practicing lawyer, he said, you know, the best situation is to be a judge because gaji judge is from the bukan daripada JPA, daripada apa benda some fund which is secured. Even in during the emergency, war or whatever, judges should stay afloat. All right, because you need the judge at the end of the day to declare that the war have already ended and you are the government of the day. So you see the beauty. That's one of my sons punya his own mission. But he's not a judge. He's only a lawyer. All right. Okay. Now the next one is judges must decide cases on merit and make decision without fear or favor. Right. Okay. Socrates said judge should hear courteously. All right. Answer wisely. Consider soberly and decide impartially. All right. Dafina, you got a question there? Anyone? Anyone? All right. No question up to here. Anyone wants to ask?
No, Prof.
Okay, Ehsan, thank you. All right. Now let me continue. The judicial and legal institution are important mechanism to check and balance. They are independent. What does it mean independent? Meaning that when they are hearing, they are hearing you, you don't influence them. You can only put up your defense or your counter defense. Macam tu saja. All right, you lay down your cases. Well, which cases that the judge would want to look at, that depend to the judge. Which side that the judge wanted to, they will be independent or working alone. Life of a judge begin with life as a magistrate. Life of a magistrate actually is very lonely. Yeah, all right. Okay, in the beginning. Later on, when you have survived and become a senior magistrate, it will be very full of privilege. All right, let's look into the judge. The judges are appointed based on integrity. Not everyone can become a judge. All right, okay, they have to have experience. All right, sometimes, all right, a good lawyer, after they become a senior lawyer for a long period of time, like our Chief Justice at one time, Judge Zaki Azmi, all right, he was previously a very good lawyer, very learned lawyer, never, never break rules in court, never not behave properly, and very knowledgeable, all right, they can be invited to become a judge. All right, dia panggil apa benda tu? Lupa dah. Dia panggil adjunct judge. All right, and then after sometimes you will be, all right, full judge, and the highest that I've seen of a lawyer, all right, will never start being a magistrate. Tapi daripada magistrate, you can go all the way up to become a judge. Tapi sometimes you are a lawyer, a good lawyer, you know your law, you are very distinguished in and respected by your profession. All right, you can be invited. So far, all right, the highest lawyer like that becomes a judge and Chief Justice is, all right, Tuan Zaki Azmi. All right, okay. Now let's look into the judge appointment. Okay, ni kenapa you nak tahu ni? Because you want to know whose are the bodies that you are going to be faced with at the end of the day when you want to go to trial because of your case in the forensic accounting. All right. Okay. Definitely, they will have to go to school, the law. They will have to have law knowledge, and when they are interested in the economics or accounting or cyber and the big data, they will have to study too. All right. They can sometimes go for they go for the conferences, yeah, to update, to upgrade their knowledge, right? Next one. All right, nowadays the judicial system have improved further by taking into technology, IT, all right, and all this making it better. We have in Malaysia a better court nowadays. Dulu kita ada only a few, meaning that we have only high court, federal court. Now we have special court, and one of the special court ada environmental court, industrial court, Sharia court definitely, and then kita ada the recent one is my Admiralty court. All right, okay. Now court cases will be fast and efficient if everybody plays their role the way it is. All right, but the role is only started with IO and IP paper. All right, okay. Now once the judge have made a decision, all right, the decision, then the judge have made a decision. The decision is called judgment. In the judgment, then the accused is considered, all right, guilty or not, charged with the charge that is given. If he is guilty, then he will be given punishment according to what the charge section gave. Kalau section 378 for theft, all right, in the section 379, it will be the punishment. All right, well, in that way, the lawyer will come into the picture and try to mitigate on the sentence, mitigate on the right, or the accused, once convicted, the lawyer will all right, look into the sentence or the punishment. All right, okay, boleh? All right, so we finish on all of the characters of those agencies involved in the criminal justice in Malaysia. Right, okay, any question nak tanya? That is the background.